Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Comm Box. This is the update at the end of the 35th over. It's not looking very good for India, and it's looking very good. This has been a very productive period of play, a spell of play for South Africa. This partnership with Van der Dussen and captain Temba Bavuma is worth, well, a little over 110. It's 113 runs now that they've put on. It was 68 for 3, remember, when Markram's wicket fell. And they've done it at faster than a run a ball. So something that around the 15th over, around the 17th over was looking like would go about 240, 250 perhaps, is definitely looking a shoe into about 300. This is Cricbuzz Comm Box. I'm Gaurav Kapur, with me Dinesh Karthik. Fair to say, DK, that Bavuma and Van der Dussen have lifted the forecast and the hopes to nearer 300 now.
Yeah, it does look like it at this point of time, the way they're batting, because they've reached a stage where they can accelerate from here on, because they have you've got to remember that they have a David Miller to follow who can hit a ball as well. So there's not many overs left. As the overs keep reducing, obviously the fear of getting all out reduces even further, and then you go on, fourth, fifth, and then eventually end up sixth gear, I guess. And that's where they're heading. They started off perfectly in the first gear at a very slow state. I think when the first comm box happened, India were at a very, very safe place. From there on, things have changed considerably when we have met now.
Yeah, it really has been. I mean, this is not consolidation, right? This is actually very aggressive from what was happening. They were about, 65, 68 odd in 17 overs. From there, if you take the next 17 overs and they've put 114, that's some serious acceleration. You're almost scoring at kind of twice the rate of what you've done in the first 17.
Definitely. I think credit to Van der Dussen, because he is somebody who looks very sorted with his white ball game. The moment he comes, he knows his gaps, the way he hits hard and runs between the wickets. He perfectly plays. His batting is very well suited to the white ball game as well, because he's tall. He gets a good front foot stride, and he's somebody who knows his white ball game very well. You can just see the kind of shots that he plays is very one-day shots, if I might say. The way he plays the ball late so that he can hit it to square leg, or the cut shots that he plays late so that he can beat the left and right of point. And then slowly Bavuma joined in till the time the other batters he was batting with, Temba Bavuma, I think he was very slow, very steady. But the moment Rassi Van der Dussen came, he put a certain amount of pressure on the bowlers, and then things started to open up for Bavuma as well. And then after that, he's flourished, gone on to score a 50, and now he's well past the 50. And he's playing some big shots, if you can say that. Pulling Bhuvi over mid-wicket at that stage. Obviously, a very, very audacious and bold shot, and you could see that they've pressed the accelerator right now.
Yeah, they have. If Bumrah's come back into the attack and has been greeted with a one bounce 4 by Van der Dussen over point. And it looks like now when you start attacking Bumrah that way, you're very confident as a batter, right?
Yeah, I think, they'll say that kunness hai. All the feelings that they had for the test matches, they'll release. The ball was doing too much. The red ball, the seam, it is a hard wicket to play on when those bowlers, all they are doing is survive. Right now, I think they'll try and push a bowler like Bumrah to survive a little bit, at least let him feel what it is. So they'll be playing those big shots and, trying to hit over the top and making the bowler look slightly smaller than what he is. But obviously, all the bowlers are aware of this in white ball cricket. It's slightly a batsman-dominated game. And it's good to see, the bowlers being pushed as well.
You talk about drops being expensive. You don't want to give chances, especially to players like Van der Dussen. This is becoming a very expensive drop. But you as a wicketkeeper, tell me, I know you're going to be generous because you're not a harsh person. What was the difficulty level of that catch from 1 to 10?
I want at least 7.5, I would say. It's not an easy catch. It's not an easy catch. No, it's not an easy catch. So you got to give it to Rishabh. I think he's obviously improved a lot, but still got some area to improve. But he looks like a sorted guy. And, I think his keeping also has got to do a lot with his batting as well. When he's batting well, his keeping is much better because of the confidence levels. But this one was a slightly hard one.
Yeah. Let's have a quick look at the bowling analysis. And if you were to just kind of be a medium, if the universe was sending you a message, who's getting the next wicket for India? Where is it coming from? Can Lord Shardul show us a little bit of
I was just going to say, if you go by the trend, then the Lord is the man. But at this point of time, I do feel Ravichandran Ashwin has a wicket in him. I think, they will definitely, India will definitely get a wicket from Ashwin. But the key is to break this partnership, because Ashwin becomes much more potent when he bowls, obviously, post the 40 and to the left-hander. I'm sure he'll have a few overs as we go deeper in the game. The one thing that surprised me a little bit is why Venkatesh Iyer hasn't bowled.
Yeah,
That is the one thing that I'm a little surprised, but we have to wait and see. I'm sure there's with the way the game is unfolded, it's not easy for the captain to make those changes as well when he has all 5 bowlers bowling at going at a pretty decent rate, and then obviously a Rassi and a Bavuma partnership has kind of thrown a spanner in their works. But right now it does look like India will be chasing a slightly bigger total than what we thought at Combox 1.
absolutely. I mean, you're absolutely right. Venkatesh Iyer not bowling. Now, these two have batted for 20 overs. The more they bat, does the chance to bring in an Iyer to just shake things up become lesser or then becomes more, according to you as a captain?
Look, I think between overs 40 to 45, there is an opportunity for him to bowl an over or two, because obviously the field is further spread out, and
Yeah.
you can trust him to deliver there for sure. And I think he has the skill sets to deliver. But the main reason why they picked him is to have a look at how he bowls. And I think the opportunity will present itself, not so much in this game. Maybe as the game, as the future games unfold, I'm sure he'll get an opportunity to bowl. And also, what's important to see is Ashwin has picked up a wicket. I'm surprised why Chahal hasn't picked up a wicket. He's somebody who has the knack of picking up wickets, but for some strange reason, for some time now, through the middle overs, especially when the wicket is flat, wickets don't seem to fall for India. That's something that India needs to keep a tab on.
Yeah, well, there were no wickets in the power play for India usually in ODIs. Today, at least, there was the first power play wicket came. I hope that the middle over wickets get sorted as well. But right now, of course, South Africa looking on course for a 300, closing in on 200 now. Still have 13 overs to play. We're going to see you at the end of the South Africa batting effort. That's all we have for you on the comm box right now. It was DK and GK saying goodbye.